Hey guys, how's it going? Like I mentioned on yesterday's video, today's video is going to be how I edited yesterday's video. So as you see behind me here, we have, used to be called Sony's Vegas, now it's called Magic's Vegas, or just Vegas Pro because Magic's doesn't want their name in the title. This is the template I made. You know the intro, this thing right here where it pulses? Literally it's just 3 of these things that fade. So now what I normally do, first thing is I will go over to my footage folder, which is right here, right? This is my footage folder. This shows all the footage that I have in that I filmed yesterday on Boxing Day, or for the Boxing Day video. So normally what I do is I just grab it all. Like, this is probably not the way some people edit. This is the way I edit. So if it's wrong, if you think I'm doing things wrong, that's all your choice. So what I'll do is I'll grab all this and then I'll just drag her right down here into the timeline and plop it in. And then she'll automatically ripple its way across. Now, I don't need this anymore. I'm just going to take it off my screen. And this will show you basically the timeline. Now, as you can see, the volume curves are all coming into play here. They're slowly working their way in. Right now, my computer's kind of being used a lot more for, wow, we have how much? We have 1 hour and 10 minutes worth of footage to go through here, to scrub through. So this is usually a typical day of me vlogging, what I end up with. And then you get the video and it's around 22 minutes because there's some stuff that I just won't include in the video, except for you guys are going to see it because I'm going to include it in this video. And normally it takes me about an hour to edit, but I'm going to try and chop this down as much as possible so you guys get an understanding of what exactly I go through in a day when I'm editing these videos, because I don't think a lot of people understand. And my edits are basic. There's some people out there who go so deep where they'll create effects. They'll go download clips off of the internet or movies to add them in for extra bonuses. I don't go that far. I keep her pretty simple. I don't try to go too overboard. As you can see, it's taken a while to go through all the clips and build the volume curves. That's because of the camera I use, the GoPro Hero 8. The curves are a little harder to build, so it takes a little bit more time. When I'm using the Sony, it's actually a lot quicker, and when I'm pulling from the digital audio recorder, it's like that. It's so fast. All right, so first thing I want to do is I remembered a clip. When I'm editing, I always remember a clip that I want for my starting clip. And it's this one here of me playing with Oreo because it's just stupid and I think it's hilarious. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first move it out because I'm going to ripple. Actually, you know what? I'm going to come down here. We're going to turn off ripple. What that does is when you cut a scene out, if I would have had ripple turn on, this would have sucked right into the end here. And I don't want that to happen. I'm going to go right to the beginning of the timeline. I'm going to move this. Okay. I'm going to turn. See, I didn't have ripple turned on. See what happened? She started to merge. We don't want that. That's going to cause a crossfade. We turn ripple on, and now when I move it, everything ripples with it. Perfect. Going to fire this scene in here, and I'm going to take my title, move it over, and we're going to call this here the Boxing. I should be showing you what I'm typing. The Boxing Day. And what we're going to set this up special. We're going to go with the as on its own line. No, not the Oxing Day. That'll probably make people think I'm doing something else. Boxing Day vlog. So when we hit okay, so I'm going to bring this right to the beginning, and I basically want it to start right when it starts squeaking, and I'm going to cut it. Right now I'm having some effects issue. I got some preloaded effects turned on that I don't like. I'm going to turn off the color grading. We're going to leave the sharpen on, and we're going to go with this and just see how this turns out. So I shit myself there. Yup. Okay, so whenever I fart, guys, you know how it's always really loud? It's because I do this. I highlight the fart, I right click on it, go to switches, and then normalize. Now okay, I'm probably gonna cut it right there. And see how that happened? See how everything just kind of flew into it? Yeah, that's what ripple does. That's how I get my jump cut. So now what I'm going to do is, we got the intro, so it's going to do this. You see the Oreo. He's like, what the hell's going on? The squeaky noises and all that. And boom. And then we're into it. So it starts off with, and I just start jump cutting. Anywhere I see in the peaks that there's a dip, I let her rip tater chip, you know? Cut through it, cut through the mess. And that's how you're watching the video and it looks like I'm like jumping and I'm not even breathing. That's the reason. And then you end up with something like this. And then, you know, you just get cutting. That's basically what I do. Cut all the stuff out. Cut out the camera turns. Cut out anything. Any farts, I extend them, make them louder because it's funny. Well, I think it's funny. I don't care what anybody says. Farts are funny. If you knock out a lot of the spaces, you end up with this like... Anyway, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome... And see this long... I normally try to get rid of those. So now instead of... Welcome to yet another one of these videos. Because it sounds a little bit more better without... Where I talk about stuff. I guess vlog... Where you know, when you have it doesn't come across well. If you have like straight talk, non-stop, you take out the pauses, take out the thoughts, and make it sound good. Or just something you do to people like that better. You start dropping bombs and like non-stop. People, they kind of don't like that. It seems like you're not organized and you're just winging it, which I am. Like, I'm totally winging it every time I make a video, but just keep going. Unless it does happen. So I'll cut through. I'll basically scan through and I'll play the video as I'm going just to see where we're at, what's going on, what the spiel is. Every time I see a little pause like that with a little dot on the screen, I always go, okay, was that a fart that I need to amplify? Because rule number 1, guys, if you're going to fart in a video, make that sea sucker loud. Let everybody hear that Haynes steam presser, you know? Let everybody hear that turd cutter clap. Let her rip tater chip, right, bud? Yeah, that's right. Tonight. See, there was another, so we get rid of it. We get rid of that. We don't need that. Just spin the camera, get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of that and too because that's just annoying. Clear that out. Clear this out. Clear out all this spacing. And this is usually how I edit. And this will take me about an hour to an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, depending on the footage. Now, this video, because you've already watched it, you knew exactly the flow. Get rid of that. You remembered that I had some time-lapse scenes in it. So we're going to show that effect too. So I'm just going to get back to cutting and trimming and... I don't care. Skivinz. But yeah, like there's some people who ask, like, Adam, how do you edit? Well, see, I use Magix Vegas. It's expensive, guys. It's not a cheap program. Sometimes it goes on sale on the Humble Bundle. Check out that website. I'll try to remember to leave a link in the description because sometimes they have Magix bundles on there where you can get Magix video or Magix movie edit. What is this one? Magix Vegas. You can get their Vegas suite and you can get it bundled with the Music Maker, which is kind of cool. Now, I did that last time when I bought Magix 15. And then this one here I just upgraded because they had this Christmas pop-up that showed up in the bottom corner of the screen and it was on for like $99. And I was like, well, shit, $99, what's the worst that could happen? And the worst that happened was the best that happened. My laptop can now edit videos. That's probably the best thing that ever occurred out of this whole deal. And this is what I'll end up doing is I'll play it, you'll hear it. Whatever. So get rid of that. So I'll play it, I'll listen to it, and I'll start chopping. Now, one problem with Magix is while it's playing, if you delete anything out of the track, you have a 60% chance that you'll crash the program. See, back in the day when Magix, when it was Vegas 10 that I was using, you could delete out of the timeline while it was playing and nothing happened. And I used to love that because I would just let it play and go. And it deleted as I was going, which was awesome. Now you can't do that anymore because if you do, like I said, program crashes. See, this is the thing that you go through when you're video editing. A lot of people don't realize the struggle involved with video editing. And it's like I actually just had my cousin reach out to me. And she wanted to start a makeup channel on YouTube. And the first question she asked me was, do you make money? And I'm like, yeah, you can make money on YouTube, but you got to be good at it. It doesn't just happen overnight. You got to work for it. You got to, hit the niche. You got to learn a lot about YouTube's algorithms and how to draw on the public, and you got to have good quality video. Like if she's showing you how to do the makeup from like X-Men, but the camera is a cell phone from like 2002 and the video is all grainy and a 720p, but it looks like it's actually 360 skewed, nobody's going to watch that. They're all going to click off and she's not going to grow. And I told her that. I'm like, you need to have half decent equipment. Like, I'm like, if you have a newer iPhone, yeah, that'll probably do pretty good because the newer iPhones are actually pretty decent for cameras. If you have a newer Samsung, it's actually pretty decent for cameras. So, but if you're filming with the crappy old point and shoot or something garbage, I said, listen, there's two things you got to do. You need good audio, you need good video. Because if it's not visually appealing and it's not sounding good, nobody's going to watch. Now, I'm the last person to give tips on how to grow a channel because my channel's been the same since when I changed over to Skivinz branding. Actually, I've lost subscribers. The channel's been diminishing. When the moment all she cared about was a way to make money on YouTube. And I was like, okay, that you need to stop, because if you're basing this off of how much money you can make, you're doing it all for the wrong reason. Don't even bother. Okay, so now I'm going back to work, and then this is,
I don't know if it's snowing out yet or not.
I think this is the first break. It could be the first break. So what we're going to do here is, this is like between the things, between the scenes where it's that doom, ba-dum, 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 and I talk. So what I normally do is I got this intermission MP3 here. So I'll drag this down into the timeline, and this is the 3 pulse. So this will be a 2 pulse here. So I'll cut that out, and then I'll go over to media generator, title and text, plop that in here, and there it is right there. So I don't really know what to call it right now, so we're just going to close that, and we're going to delete this, set it up so like it's going to basically jump.
I don't know if it's snowing out yet or not, but I hear somebody next door just friggin' throwing shit around.
On.
A truck again. So tonight is
Okay, you see what happened there?
again. So
She went black. This happens with Sony or with Magix. Sometimes you got to grab the clip and slam it into it.
tonight is a weightlifting night.
So I'm basically talking about weightlifting. Just going to cut a bunch of crap out and see what else we're talking about. Opening something, so we can just cut that whole freaking... This is all dead air for what? For pretty much 15 seconds. Then I get all crazy. You know what? Okay, you guys know how to make my face really fat? Let me show you something here. We're going to bring that in. So right there, I'm going to take this scene here. We click on this FX. It pops open the FX panel. We come up here to the pinch punch. Click on OK. I'll bring it over here so you guys can see what's going on. You can already see that it did some weird shit. Now, here is the pinch punch. There's a dot here that you can move around so you can target what you want to do. So we're just going to make the head really big. And then you can basically change it so like if you want to do horizontal and then vertical, or you can proportion it. So if you want to like do the vertical only. Okay, why didn't that work? So you can, yeah. So you can basically do it however you want. I usually just go all in because it's hilarious. You know what? Okay, I already know what we're gonna call this. Just by doing that, we're gonna change this here name to I lied.
peace.
See, and it's kind of like inter-video clickbait if you think about it, right? Because you read that and you're like, oh, I'm gonna turn this video off, and all of a sudden you see I lied, and you're like, okay, well, shit, what did he lie about? And then you find out I just lied about eating. And I'm gonna eat now. And then you're like, son of a bitch. You see the psychological game I play? I still haven't saved the video. Guys, that's a major problem. We need to save the video. That should have been the first thing I did, and that was stupid. So we'll call this here the Boxing Day Vlog. Because if you save the video, it's going to start auto-saving. And if something happens, Vegas crashes, and she does crash all the damn time, we can recover at least a little bit of our edit. So when I do my vlogs every day, and as I was doing them over 10 years, every day vlogging, 10 years straight, this is basically what I did every night from 9 till 11, so I could render it and upload it and have it ready for 9 a.m. the next day, because that was a whoopsie. Come back over to Project Media, grab the intermission thing, slap it in here, cut her down to 2. She's, can you move? Go that way? Thanks. She's, I don't know if you can see the snow. You see, and if I don't jump cut it like that, it's just not the same. Like, let me show you if I don't. Like this is the non-jump cut version. Okay, this is the non-jump cut version. Can you move? Go that way? Thanks. Okay, that's kind of shit. And here's the jump cut version. Can you move? Go that way? Thanks. She's it's fast, it's funny. You're like, wow, like he's just like go, you know. It's like when I tell Oreo, go poop, and I just keep saying it over and over and over again. But there's a space in between. Like, I'm not sitting there telling him to go poop like 50,000 times back to back. I'm telling him over the span of a minute, but then I broadcast it in 5 seconds. It's funny as hell when you watch that on video. Do you see why we're 39 minutes into this video right now? Of me, basically, I'm 39 minutes now into editing, and I'm only a third of the way there. Do you see why I say when I told my cousin, like, if you're in it for the money, forget about it. Because chances are you're not going to do any of the editing. You're just going to shoot a video on your iPhone and post it up on YouTube and then complain that you're not getting any views. And then you're going to bug me to give you a shout out, and you're still not going to get any views because I highly doubt any of my viewers care about makeup videos. They might go over there to see what it's all about, but chances are they're not going to stick around. So yeah, if you ever want to get a screenshot, like when I do my thumbnails, this is where I get the screenshot, is right here, the save snapshot. Then you can pick what folder to put it in. I always put it in the folder that the footage is in. And that way there, when it comes time to actually making myself a thumbnail, I know where to look for it. Okay, remember when I talked about all the crashing? Okay, we're getting a crash right now. This happens way too often with Magix. Gray screen, crash. I haven't saved in a while. I have no idea where it is. Normally I get really mad at this part and then I swear a bunch of times. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do that because YouTube frowns on swearing. Instead, I'm just going to reopen up Magix and we're going to see exactly where we're at. So we're going to open the auto restore program. Hopefully it's not too bad. Look at that. We didn't lose that much. See, and if we didn't save, I'm going to go to save as. I'm going to say here, we're going to go there and save it as the Boxing Day vlog. Yes, replace it. So we didn't lose too much progress. We lost a little bit, but not a lot. So I'll just come along here. And like after this happens, because it happens way too freaking often, there is a patch I need to install for this version of Vegas. I haven't gotten around to it. I keep forgetting. I did it on my laptop. I didn't do it on this one. And the reason why I haven't done it on here is like I'll be done editing and then I'll fire up Vegas and go, oh, I should have installed the patch. Whatever, I'll do it next time. 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 I never get around to doing it. Okay, so if you guys ever wondered how I make myself sound super fast, like for instance this right here. Basically what I do is you press and hold the control key down and you'll see this little wavy, like you see right now you got this like, well it says trim event. If I hit control, it gets a little wavy thing underneath it. And then I just pull it back a bit, like to about there. Then you right click the audio, click on property, lock to stretch, 3.94, good enough, good stuff. Do the same over here. Right click properties, 4.44. And then when you play it back, let me just save it. You get this. Okay, so there's something I want to do here. There's a show called Leonard Kenny where they go to be fair, to be fair, to be fair. One thing you can do is you can hop on the old YouTubes here and do a search for to be fair. Leonard Kenny, and that'll pop up here. So we can grab one of these. So I want that clip, right? So I normally go to this site here, the YouTube downloader, and then you just grab the URL. This is probably not the most legal thing, but who cares? Fire that into here, click on convert. She'll spin her wheels. And then if it's like audio and you want to get the MP3, you can totally get the MP3, but it's only 128 kilobits. I want to get the video, so let's just go ahead and do that. Hit get link, it downloads it. Boom shakalaka, there it is. Show in folder. I'm going to grab this, dump it into my footage folder, which you can't see because it's on the wrong screen. We can close that, we can close that. And then what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to grab this Letterkenny video, pop it into the timeline. I'm going to normalize the audio because the peaks are not high. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I got my scene. I'm going to blow that away. I'm going to hit save because I got what I wanted and I don't want to lose it. Okay, and then we're going to delete that. We're going to cut that. We're going to...
To be fair.
We're going to put that there.
Fair.
To be fair.
And then you get that little movie. Like, a lot of people do that a lot in their videos. I don't do it that often because copyright reasons. But a little skit like that won't hurt. So that's something you can do if you want to spice up your video a bit. And it's pretty easy. Like I said, go to YouTube, download or get your clip. And there will be times I get lazy where I just don't even bother checking for ums and uhs, and you'll notice them in the video, and I really don't care. Like, alright, so normally what I do is I'll cut out to where I'm on the street. It's one thing about that GoPro, man. She does pretty good in the winter on the snow. But, so right away here, I got this whole... if you click on the top here and you drag it down, you can kill off the audio track, because we don't need the audio track for this. Now, to make it super small, I drag it over, and then I grab this one here. You click and hold the control, and you drag it over, and that's going to super time-lapse it up to 4 times. But, here's the problem. 4 times, right? So then I come over here to my, where's my music for YouTube? Music from YouTube. Like, I download all my music, guys, off of the YouTube music app. If you come into your content studio and you click on audio library down here, it'll bring up the audio library. These are all songs that you're legally allowed to use on your YouTube. Now, some of them are Creative Commons license, and they'll say so. Here, let's go. I'm looking for Spanish music. Spanish. Okay, I hit Spanish. Yeah, apply. So then it'll give me a bunch of different options. You can play them here. That's not what we're looking for. What's this one? Memory of Jean Talon. Oh, yes. Boring. Spanish Moss. Kind of quiet. Not liking it. Vespers on the Shore. It's a... See, the other thing you can look at is the thing here. So, Mama is happy. Festives and Belize. I kind of want something awesome and happy and crazy. Okay, that'll work. So we'll download this one here. And it'll download. Because I have it, for some reason, set by default to play when I download anything. Good to go. But that audio library, guys, it's free to use. If you have, like, for instance, if I go Christmas, I know there's some Creative Commons in here. There's some down here. Where's McLeod? Where's that McLeod guy? Kevin McLeod. See, it says CC over here, Creative Commons. You're free to use this audio track, including videos you monetize. However, you must include the and right here, you click on View Details. All you have to do is copy this and put it in the subject line or the details of your video. And there's no problems. You can use the music, you can monetize it, you can do whatever you want. Just put this in and you won't get a copyright strike. And it won't be a copyright strike. You'll literally get a claim strike, which is nobody cares. But these ones here with this means you're free to use it and you don't even need to credit anybody. You can just use the music. Everything's good. You guys heard that one on my channel a couple times. All right, so let's get that side of the way. Let's we're gonna take Puerto Rico here. We're gonna move it over to my music for YouTube because I want to keep it, and we'll go ahead and throw it in the timeline. Now here's the problem. As you can see, oh, okay. Well, now we got 2 problems. One of them being the freaking ripple. But as you can see, these tracks are larger than the audio. I want to speed these up even more. So the way I do is I go to Insert Envelope Velocity. And then you can drag this the green bar up and it'll basically accelerate the video feed. And then we'll get right to here and we'll cut it. Drag this over. Right click. Velocity. try and match it. Maybe a little bit higher so we can actually... I want to cut it right there, so I might bring this one up a little bit more. And onward to the last clip of the show. So now I wasn't... Well, you already know why. I already explained it on the video itself. Control Z is also your major friend in this operation, because when you start messing... Ripple causes some weird effects the way it binds to different things. Alright, so we got that set. We're going to go ahead and turn Ripple back on. Move this over to here. And another thing I like to do, rather than always going back, and I'll just come over here. I'll copy one of these. Control copy. Come over here. Plaster that there. Hit Control V. It says create new source. Yeah, we're going to do a new source. And then you can just come in here and you can edit this name. So it's like, we'll just call it Getting Sleepy, because I don't really know what to call that. But, and this is pretty much the end of the show. So it finishes there, and then it jumps in, where I start talking about shit and stuff. Show you my wiring nightmare. I gotta clean that up. Don't even give me hell about that. They're gonna give me hell about that. I know it. I'm gonna get some serious hell in the comments. This vlog went from being an hour and 10 minutes to 33 minutes, guys. So as you can see, like a lot of the cutting that happens, we've been at this now for 80 minutes. Okay, 80 minutes worth of editing. That just gives you an idea how much time I spend gathering the videos, chopping up the videos, making the thumbnails for the videos. It's a long, grueling process that a lot of people can't appreciate. And they see these YouTubers who are making money and they're like, oh, they don't deserve it. Well, no, they kind of do. You know, I got slammed on my, and I had to realize that, like, I can put whatever the hell I want on video, and you guys will see it for what it is. So what I normally do here is I will copy, I'll split, boom, that brings the exit in, and then I'll go here, switch our channels, combine, right-click, switches, normalize, so it's like really loud, and then we get one of these.
You know what? Just like stay humble and stuff and do cool things. I got it. Okay, bye.
And then, you know, it plays the rest of it. Boom, shakalaka. That's how I friggin' edit. Now, I'm running out of SD card space on my camera. I didn't expect to go this long. But guys, that's pretty much all there is to it. Now the rendering process is pretty simple. We're going to hit save again. Come up here to the render as. I already have a preset if it comes up. This is my preset. I just call it vlog. I got some other ones, 30 high quality. This one here is a real low quality, so I'm sending a funny clip over Messenger because it has a 25 megabyte limit. I'll use that. But my custom template, I literally, I don't know why it's on variable. I always use, it keeps going to whatever. Anyway, low latency, high quality, low latency, high quality, NV encoder, 30 to 40 megabits. Normally I have it on CBR, not variable bit rate. Don't know what the heck's going on. Really don't care at this point. It works. 59.94, 60 frames per second. Progressive scan because my cameras don't interlace. They just film. Audio, I have her pinned at the max level. It'll let me go. System, I have it set to MP4 and use the main master display settings. And project, I have it saying use best, or just use the best settings possible for the video rendering quality. Because if you say use project settings, it'll use whatever you have set up here, the best full. So by default, just set it to best. So if you do have a crappier computer that can't do best preview, you can set this here to like the draft option, but you can render in best. So it'll take longer to best than it is to play back. And then I literally just click on OK. I'm going to put that back in. And then I hit render, and that's all there is to it. And that makes my video. So hopefully you enjoyed my little grueling agony and pain that I go through every day to make a video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, guys, the video on. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.